Call the meeting to order. It's October 3rd, 2016. It's the Delaware County Commissioner meeting. It's at least 9 o'clock, depending on what clock you look at. So we'll stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everybody, to the meeting. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan.
Present.
Mr. King. Here. Mr. Henry.
Here.
Mr. Redd. Here.
Okay, we'll skip on down to the approval of the minutes from the September 9th, 2016 meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. King. Yes. Ms. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes. All right, presentation to the commissioners. We have a Julie Klein, Communication Technician, grievance decision of the Delaware County Commissioners. Mr. Reeds.
This is just the decision that was prepared by John Brook at your guys' request. It's been gone over. It seems ready to go if you guys are ready to go.
I read through it and I'm okay with it, if you guys are.
Should we read out, since Ms. Klein's here, what our decision is?
Yeah, you want to do that?
Ms. Klein, Commissioners, what we decided, you'd be reinstated to the position at Community Corrections immediately.
Communications Technician.
You would also be assigned to midnights if a position would allow. You get the back pay in the sum of $7,721. Have this matter removed from your employee file. And we're asking for additional training for you at Communication Technician, okay? I'd make the motion we approve it.
Second.
I have a motion to approve and a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. King. Yes. Mr. Henry.
Yes.
When is she to report?
Immediately. What you'd probably want to do is get in contact with your union steward and inform them what our decision was. I was hoping one of them would be here today, or even the communications director would be here today. But contact them as soon as possible because we'd like to see you reinstated immediately. Okay?
Just let your union rep know that the signed grievance hearing will be here, and he can contact Denise for that. Okay. All right, the Employee Health Wellness Program, Marianne Pope and Molly Hunt.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Molly and I just were here to give you guys an update on what has been going on with the employee wellness program since we have resurrected it from a few years ago. Molly and I and a group of others have worked to install a walking program, and we've also gone through the Achieve Well process, and our employee group was designated a 3-star wellness employee at an awards banquet in Indy 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And not only that, but Delaware County as a whole was granted the very first, well actually tied with Hancock County, Achieve Well County overall for designated by the Indiana Chamber of Commerce. So that's a very big thing for Delaware County. We're working very hard to climb up from being one like the 85th county out of 92 in Indiana at the bottom of our healthy lifestyles.
So
so the Wellness Committee has a couple of initiatives going on. Currently, we're doing the YMCA Corporate Challenge. We will also have a Sustain Don't Game program through the holidays. And then afterwards, we're going to be trying to host a health fair for employees early in the spring. And so these efforts kind of have a three-part mission where we're trying to increase employee retention, increase morale, but also look at lowering healthcare costs by hitting a couple of indicators relative to health in collaboration with human resources. So they've been a fantastic partner through this process, along with all of the other employees who serve on the Employee Wellness Committee. So we were very proud to accept that award on behalf of Delaware County and the Employee Wellness Committee last week, and just show how Delaware County is progressive in trying to make this a healthier community for people to live, work, and play, and hopefully make that a draw for future employers and companies, that they can see that those healthcare costs are low, not only here internally, but also externally.
Well, we want to thank you for your efforts, and we want to thank MARTA for giving you the grant money to get this program started, and we look forward to working with you in Rick's office back there. HR is very important to get the word out to the employees, but thank you for your time and effort.
And Rick will be displaying our certification in the HR department. That way everybody can share in it. So,
So
Thank
we
you very much.
expect them to be number one then, right?
exactly.
Yeah. After his surgery.
Thanks.
Thanks for your work on
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you. Okay, under contracts and agreements for approval, agreement to provide management services for juvenile detention center. Is anyone here for that?
Who should be? I think it's the YOC. Yeah, YOC. I didn't know if there was a rush to get it through.
Do you know, Mr. Reeds, is there anything, do we have to push this through? Have you,
I have not heard anything about it, so no.
I can make a motion, we table it until next meeting.
motion's been made to table?
I'll second that.
Second, roll call, please.
King,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes. Okay, we have an underground facilities locating and marking service agreement. Mr. Fluke.
Good morning.
Morning.
Let's look from the IT. The contract I've given you is for consideration as a locating service for our fiber optics that we have running through downtown and down to the 911 center, and to the health department. Back in 2011, we installed fiber optics for this building to the new 911 center for the communications from the computers and networking between the buildings. A year later, we extended that fiber, connecting into it as it runs down Main Street, took it across down the alley and into the new health building. And so that's how they get connected into the network through the county. This service locating system, when we did put the fiber in, we did join the 811 group, so there'd be notifications sent whenever there's any work that's going to be done in the area. And they have to let us know if there's anything done within a quarter of a mile of that fiber optic that's running. This agreement would allow them to do the markings for us. Up to this time, it's kind of been hit and miss when we do it. We tried to mark it with our own markings, but it doesn't stay on the sidewalks. Most of all the fiber is running down the sidewalks under on the south side of Main Street, clear down to Jefferson, and then down Jefferson to 911, and then across the street from running along Old National Bank down to the health department. So anytime that there could be construction, either water mains, gas, sewer, whatever, they've got to be marked. And up to this point, we've been kind of doing it ourselves, but the numbers is becoming larger and larger every year. Last year we had 92 locating requests, and this year we're already up to 99 because there is a lot of construction with the sanitary downtown. So
Who's doing the locates now?
right now it's anybody from my group that just takes a sidewalk marker and walks down the only, there is a cost for this. It's $2,500 a year for the service to be part of the group, and then there's a $20 per call when the ticket goes out on it.
Do you have anything other than maps that the company will use to locate the cable?
This is what we provided to 811, that map that you have, and that's what they go off of. The cable is not marked, or it does not have what they call armor protection where they can, detect it as it goes, but they just have to go off the maps. If they need more, then we'll have to provide more for them, but to this point, they said that what we provided is enough information.
There's no locate wires or anything anywhere for that?
No.
You said you've had 90 requests, all this construction downtown.
Yeah, we've had 99 this year up to this month.
You might as well just
up to
leave them
September.
number. Of course, I've been in some meetings, and our Homeland Security guy behind you could answer this question, because I've been told that some of the companies don't want to tell you where they are because of, attacks, I don't know.
Sure.
But,
There's manholes about every 500 feet where if they have to work on it, they repair it. So, I mean, it's not totally invisible. I mean,
Right.
it's anybody that
and we've
wants.
heard the stories how they've been digging on Franklin Street and they found things they didn't know,
Right.
and that's not good.
If I can share with my experience,
Yeah.
if there's a construction project going on for 9 months, that contractor still has to locate it every 21 days. So it is, I can imagine all the calls you get. It's a lot. It's a good insurance, I think,
Yeah.
for you to consider.
I'm in favor of it, it's just kind of scary on how
So
you
there-
protect yourself.
There's an insurance policy along with this company. It's each accident's $1 million. So if something happens that they mismark it, they will cover the cost to fix it, correct? I think it's a good idea.
I mean, that covers any emergencies. If water main broke somewhere during the middle of the night and they go to work, they call them out and they mark it where we may not get notified until the next morning we got in here.
I'll make a motion to accept.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made to accept underground facilities locating and marking service agreement, and a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. King.
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. City-county utility reimbursement agreement for Bridge 516.
Good morning, Commissioners. This first agreement, this is a standard NDOT template for utility agreements. And this is with Indian American Water. And I would recommend that we do enter into agreement, because it kind of gives us an assurance there won't be any utility delays, because our contractor will be scheduling that with their work. And in the agreement, it specifies Indian American Water has to pay us within 30 days, because that's our requirement with NDOT when we go to letting, that we meet that 30 days so we can go to construction. If for some reason the bid amount for their water work is too high and they're not interested, they can pull it out of the agreement totally. Any change orders, everything, it's 100% is covered by Indian American Water. And this is for the Tillotson Bridge over White River.
Make a motion we accept the agreement.
Second.
Motion's been made and a second to accept the city-county utility reimbursement agreement. Roll call, please.
Mr. King.
Yes.
Ms. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Thank you.
Local roads and bridges matching grant agreement. number A 249.
The Indiana Department of Transportation submitted this contract for our community crossing grant project. I just need one signature from you, Shannon, and I'll get that submitted so we can get a purchase order cut so we can receive the funding. The estimate will be approximately November before we receive these funds.
And did I read here that we have 3 years to use the money? Or
2 years.
2 years, okay.
Now, if we need to file for an extension, which I can't imagine why, but that is a possibility.
So we can start this fall.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with my, we're gonna be starting with road projects and bridge projects this fall.
There is a lot of maintaining the records, I noticed.
I'm used to
Very
doing
detailed,
that.
very detailed. And
Mr. Reed, so
glad
you
you're out
or
there.
Mr. Brook looked at this agreement?
I have not, and I've not heard if John has or not, but I would imagine that if he had anything negative to say about it, he would have told me.
Okay.
Everything was submitted to John.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Entertain a motion to approve.
so moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve this matching grant agreement. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. King.
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
I would like to say you can't have too many grants to do your roads and bridges.
I do have a question, Andy. I understand that we might not be doing the full depth this fall. Are we going to do,
Yeah,
are we going to chip and seal it?
Bob can share
and
what
then
his plans are, but
do it in the
he's
spring?
gonna start this week.
We are doing the full depth. Actually, we're gonna try and start grinding this week.
Okay.
I don't know how far we'll get, but we're gonna get started on it.
So did we find someone? I thought you and I talked a couple weeks
We
ago.
did, we've got it all set up right now.
Okay. So are you adding some as your,
We're not adding to the list that we done.
no, are you adding, because I was thinking you thought we were a little bit thin last year when we tried it. And you thought we needed some more stone added before we grind it up.
Only if we have to,
Only
only
just
if we have to.
per mile per?
Yeah.
Okay, very good, thank you.
All right.
That'll be good news out there.
Moving on to the supplement agreement number 1 between Delaware County and United Consulting.
This is for the bridge inspection contract. The overall cost is actually a reduction of $1,400, if that's, I think that's some good news. Anytime I replace or rehab a bridge, they have to come and do a full inspection again. And Bridge 85 was just recently replaced. And I mentioned some other bridges I knew were coming up very soon, so we included it also on this supplemental. This has been reviewed and found acceptable by NDOT, so I just need approval on that.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the supplemental agreement with United Consulting. Roll call, please.
Mr. King.
Yes.
Ms. Reagan.
Yes,
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
thank you.
All right, we have temporary easement for Muncie Sanitary District.
Commissioners, I have, well, first, John Anderson from Muncie Sanitary District's here if you have any questions. He's the engineer on the project. I have spoke with Rick Roway at YOC, because this is located on the land owned by the commissioners, but located at the side of the YOC. It's just an area of overgrowth and brush. They need this for a temporary construction site to access their interceptor. John believed maybe a month or 2 is the timeline they would need, and they want to start on this soon. So you just need your approval for the temporary easement.
Sir, could you take a photo, please? What's your name again, sir?
John Anderson, engineer for the Muncie Sanitary District.
Okay. You're doing the temporary easement to get back to your interceptor, is that correct?
Right.
And what will the easement be for?
The treatment plant is in process of doing some improvements on the site. We're putting in a new junction box over the existing interceptor. This box is approximately 20 foot square and about 16 foot deep. So we need a temporary easement for the equipment as they're putting this box in.
So this is your land to the west?
Correct.
Yeah, so no problem. That, you know, I was not aware we owned all that land back there. Do we ever go back and bush hog it or anything?
I'm not familiar with the YOC. Sorry, I can't answer that question.
Yeah. The driveway.
What's your pleasure?
I'll make a motion, we accept the temporary easement.
Yeah, I'll second that.
We have a motion to approve and a second the temporary easement for Muncie Sanitary District. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes,
Mr. King,
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Summary of inventory changes for the Delaware County Bridge. Angie?
Um,
You want to
That-
remove this one?
yeah, that's just an error. That's part of the supplemental agreement,
Okay.
number one with
Just the
United.
bridges.
It just gave a summary of the bridges we included in the supplemental.
Okay, thank you. Delaware County Commissioners holiday schedule for 2017.
I know Mrs. Lackey has been working very hard on this, and I do like it. I would like to have her tell the public and me also on the Tuesday, November the 7th, 2017, what that
That
election
is, yeah, and that's for the clerk's office. They won't know until next spring whether that will take place or not, and I believe it's for the schools.
Okay, so it's a possibility that there'll be a referendum election on Tuesday, November 7th.
Exactly.
For just the city, for Center Township?
Yes, yes.
Schools.
Right, just for the
But we
city
don't
schools.
know that for sure.
No, and I talked to him just before I finalized this, and he said it would be, next, like I said, next spring at least, and that's why the question mark is there.
Okay.
So we might pull it. Thank you.
I'll make a motion, we accept the
Second.
holiday schedule.
We have a motion and a second to accept the holiday schedule for 2017. Roll call, please.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes. Thanks, Patty, for working on that. We have a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the County of Delaware, Indiana, identifying tax sales certificate to be assigned to nonprofit corporation number 10. What number is that?
2016-044. Good morning, Commissioners. Janet Kessler, Tax Sale Deputy in the Auditor's Office. Yes, this resolution identifies a severely delinquent property and also identifies the public hearing, which will be set on November 7th.
Make a motion to approve.
I second.
Motion's been made to approve in a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Thanks, Janet.
Also, I would just like to announce that SRI is going to have an information seminar for the tax sale, and that's going to be on October 18th, 6 to 7:30 p.m. in the City Hall auditorium.
And when is the tax sale?
October 25th.
25th, thank you.
All right, thanks. Department heads or elected officials?
Good morning, Commissioners. Jason Rogers, Emergency Management Director. I have the EMS write-offs for September. The write-off amount comes to $388,580.49. Our payment for collections was $275,885.87. I would just want to note that we sent $89,918.50 into collections. I believe this was our busiest month to record to date. We averaged 62 and a half calls every day.
Wow. All right, so we have write-offs, $388,580.49.
Make a motion to approve the write-offs.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Denise, just as a note for you, we started a paperless system this month,
Okay,
so
just-
I emailed it to you because I
Perfect,
received
thank
it
you.
this morning.
Okay,
Thank you.
great.
Thanks, Jason.
What I was asking, Jeff Arnold, Delaware County Prosecutor, I was asking Jason how many of those were heroin overdoses. Do you know?
I can give you a number.
Okay. I just wanted to report back to the commissioners. We had started a domestic violence unit, and it's really kind of the final piece in about a 6-year program that I've been trying to get going. Marianne Voorhees, Judge Voorhees, volunteered to take all the felony domestic violence cases into her court. That's huge. That'll allow us, instead of sending one deputy to 5 different courts, that's going to allow us to work in one court, very consistent. Marianne will become an expert in that also. So she's working hand in hand with us, and I just wanted to report that and really thank her publicly for doing that. I didn't even ask. I never thought that we would get that. Now they're going to move, because their caseloads, they'll move some of her caseload and spread it out, but that's huge for our county. So just wanted to tell you.
Thanks, Jeff. Any other department heads or elected officials? We have payment of claims of $3,514,267.81.
Motion to approve payment of claims.
Second.
Motion to approve claims in a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. King.
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes. Questions or comments from anyone else? They will be providing flu shots here in the building beginning next Monday, 8:15 a.m. to 1 p.m., Tuesdays noon to 4. Just information for everybody.
Make a motion, we recess.
Second.
We're recessed.